Hey everybody, Sandy here, aka Montolio, and we are back for a Vintage League. We're playing the Rock. I love this deck. Sometimes it does well, sometimes it doesn't, but that said, it does have some good stuff to it. Now, my opponent typically plays like a Bug style deck. How do I feel about this hand versus Bug? It's got a Tarmogoyf. I can do better than this, I'm almost sure of it. Alright, we're going to try this one out. Put the Sage away. And pass turn. Yes, I am running a Shieldred. Just one. I don't think this card is likely good enough for Vintage, but it is super sweet. Hopefully this is not an Ancestral. I'm going to play a Deathrite Shaman here, or Dark Confidant, excuse me. I could Wasteland. But I think I just want to try and get ahead of the game here if I can. Fatal Push, okay. Fair enough. Bit of a feel bad for me. The only card I have in hand is a 4-drop, and that will not be my primary plan, getting up to 4 at the moment. I will be trying to wasteland them out. Now, if they drop a... Okay, that's not bad for me. And that was literally the best draw in my library. Because that's going to allow me to ramp up here. So lucky. And now I'm still close to being casting Shieldred. Now, the likelihood of it resolving, that's a whole nother issue if when I get there, but one of the worst draws in my deck. Super frustrating. Okay. I think I'm going to... No, they're not able to delve yet. Like, if this is their only land, I got a shot. But this hand has not been ideal. Okay, they are struggling on mana. We'll eat their Fatal Push here, deal them a couple damage. Don't mind that. I do think it's a time to try and cast Shieldred. I'm going to give it a go and see if I can make it work. Can we get it in? Opponent's like, that's not a vintage worthy card. I just had to play it, guys. Shieldred of old is just such an awesome cube card. When I saw this thing come out, I'm like, that is so amazing. I will not block. Gain a couple life here. Okay, just pass turn. Sit holding pattern. Okay, so this is likely to be something. I do think I'm going to eat the land out of their yard, and I'm going to cast Endurance. And I'm just going to get in here. They can have their land. I'm going to put my Wastelands back in my deck. My Deathright's not doing much in general. Like, I had Dark Confidant in the yard. Like, I think that's just fine. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to cast my own Collector Roof. Yeah. And this way I don't feel bad about attacking in because my opponent's Mox Jet will be gone still. Just get in here. This is likely an Assassin Trophy. I am going to do this now so they can't gush. In all honesty, I don't really care that much if they gush because it's going to deal them a whole bunch of damage. But I think it's better to do it now. Oh. Snappy. Okay. That is not what I expected. That's terrible. Yeah. How interesting. Okay. They've left themselves with a forest. Okay. No spells for me to drain my opponent at the moment, but they can actually dig here. But it would, or Treasure Cruise would kill them. Dig would be good. Shieldred mattered there. I mean, my opponent didn't do much, but like, how much damage did Shieldred do? Like, a substantial amount. All right, so we're playing against Bug. I do think these are all relevant removal spells. I could see a Needle potentially coming in. Force of Vigor is really bad. I also think Collector Roof is quite weak. Perhaps I want an E. Just over a noof. Something like this, guys. I don't know that I want a Deed. It's not the matchup for it. Isn't this thing just beautiful to look at? Grist is a card that has impressed me significantly. Like, in any type of mid-range matchup, it's just so very good. Okay, so what do I think of this hand? It doesn't really have the tools that I'm looking for. That said, I'm on the draw. This is not a good card. Do have a Decay. I'll keep it against my better judgment. Excuse me. Yeah, like, I mean, that's just so good for me. It's just so good that my opponent did that. just gives me a chance, you know? My opponent, if I recall, plays a bit of a funky bug list. Like the card that really stuck out for me is that they were running a Vampiric Tutor in it. It's not something that you commonly see. Ponder is fairly standard. Okay, Deathrite was one of their better draws. I'm really hoping to find a land off the top, like a mana producer. Not a colored mana source. Okay, that's what I'm looking for. I think I'm just going to go get 2 basics. Against Abrupt Decay, this is obvious, or Assassin's Trophy, this is not ideal to do this, but I think it gives us our best chance to be able to combat what they're doing. Now, my question is, do I want to get a Dark Confidant player, or do I just want to Assassin's Trophy this thing? Like, maybe Feed the Swarm. I feel like Deathrite Shaman is a pretty scary card in this matchup. That was what I was really considering my mulligan. I'm like, do I want to try and find a Deathrite with a bit of a stronger hand to go with it? But this has worked out pretty decently, at least thus far. Where it becomes awkward is if my opponent drops like a big bomb, like a Tarmogoyf or something. Like it's can be a bit harsh. Guess we can just flash an endurance. Yeah. Oh, oh, that is so bad, guys. I'm in on the decay now. Yuck. Thought I had a green source, second green source. That Ancestral was really good. We have a decay though. That's going to keep us hanging around. I do love basics. It's such a luxury that you're not going to get wastelanded. No play. Well, what does that mean? I'm going to play out here. They obviously have an Assassin's Trophy here, some removal. This will likely get forced. Then they'll probably trophy this. And then hopefully we can walk in on our Endurance and Demonic Tutor the following turn. This is the most obvious Force of Will in the history of man. But that's what they have. They have Force of Will. And, oh, very nice. Okay. Felt like they had Force of Will and Assassin's Trophy. So now they're digging for a force. But of note, my life total is getting lower here. They are chipping away at me. And Dark Confidence, a bit of a risky play here. I do have some expensive spells in my deck. Or medium expensive. So my question there is, do I want a wasteland? Don't think so. I think I'm just going to cast myself a Collector Roof here. Really want to mitigate damage if I can. This is an extremely dispensable spell. They obviously have removal for the Dark Confidant. I have to do it. I just see no reason to take any damage here from Collector Roof. Okay. And there it is. Ooh, dismember. Having a real sneezing fit over here. Hope I was able to spare that to you guys. I'm like, wow, is my opponent going to pass here again? Just hard cast Force? First things first. Let's try and take them off hard cast Force. I'm going to bait with the Demonic Tutor here. Maybe should have played my land out in case of Flusterstorm. That would be a blowout if they had Flusterstorm here. This Flusterstorm is terrible against my deck. Oh, guys. Okay. Guess I'll play around Daze, but oh, what a blowout there. All right. Well, my opponent's got 3 cards in hand. I guess I do it here. I guess I do it. Where this becomes bad is if I get wastelanded in kind. Okay. Okay. Time walk, I guess. Yep. Very nice. Yeah, as I say, an unorthodox build. Like, Snapcaster is typically very poor in a bug deck. But my opponent actually plays cantrips in their deck. Not many that I've seen, but they do play them. Collector seems really good here, doesn't it? Yep. Excuse me. Well, I think this is over, this one. They're just too far ahead of me here. We kept the weak hand, and my opponent had a decent hand. All right. Oh, okay. It's likely to get a force. Maybe they're thinking they'll be able to kill it by attacking. Okay, I'm not worried about it. All right. Grist is very good in mid-range battles, so I'm presuming my opponent has a trophy here. Of note, I am down to 9 life here as well. So Deathrite is threatening. 1, 2, 3 spells. Do I want to put my library back? Mm-hmm. Even if they kill Grist here, yeah. I still think it's better to hold a token back to get some value. Like, I'll go down a little lower here. Hopefully I can draw some removal. Like, this is a nice spell for me, right? Like, hitting their 2 lands here is not a joke. They currently don't have a black spell if this resolves. And if they have to force a Will My Collector Roof, like, that's pretty strong for me. Like, giving me hope that I have a chance here. Yeah, they did. All right. I never thought I'd be so happy to see a Collector Roof. All right, we're both down to a permanent. Oh, okay. Okay. Let's see what I can do. Maybe I'll rip a Grist off the top. Or an Abrupt Decay. Or an Assassin's Trophy. I do actually have a couple outs. That was definitely their best line. It's pretty bad. You get drained down to 5, down to 3. They animate their other mocks. Yeah, I'm just dead. Yeah. All right. I mean, I felt like we put up a little bit of a fight there at the end. My opponent, we did expend their resources. Hmm. Let's go. Like, this has to be a fairly hostile deck for any mid-range deck. Like, this is kind of a nightmare, right? We just have to have a better start than what we did last game. Yep. Seems good to me. I mean, I can start out with double Collector Roof, but I just think trying to slam a turn 1 Grist is just so powerful. I know it's like anti-tempo and we could just lose if this doesn't resolve, but I just think we have to do it. It's tough to beat. I mean, if my opponent has a really broken start, for sure they can beat it, but if I can get a little bit of tempo going with this thing, like they play a Deathrite Shaman here, like 100% I will kill it. Okay, that was probably one of the better things they could do here. I can remove that at some point, perhaps. Sometimes Abrupt Decay just feels so good versus Assassin's Trophy. The uncounterability is just magnificent. I've always had a penchant for this card more than Assassin's Trophy, but of course, you really do feel bad when you have Abrupt Decay in hand certain times too, right? It's definitely a double-sided coin. And when you're facing down a Bizarre Baghdad, or you want to kill I can't even think, but there's all sorts of things that you want to kill, like a Golos or something like that. Okay. Okay. It's probably actually decent against me. I need to find a land here off the top to keep this engine going. It'd be great if I found one. I did. Oh, I milled my Underground Sea. Hmm. Need a Deathrite Shaman to use that now. Like, how sweet was that, though? Just killing a Deathrite? I have the next creature they play dead, too. And my Grist still hangs around. I have never ultimated Grist, though. Okay. No land. Oh, they keep doing well here. I wish I had a land. Boy, that would be nice. Just keep going. That's all I can do. Not optimal, but we're chipping away here. To be honest, I'm not overly feeling great because my opponent has had a lot of lands here. I was really hoping by hitting these Deathrites that would be slowing them down, but oh geez, that's nasty. Guess we can attempt to trade with it with Opposition Agent. Nice to draw land there for us. If they attack with Leovold, I'm likely going to cast Opposition Agent. If it resolves, I will block with my two collectors and the Op Agent. And it would require them to have two removal spells to be able to blow me out there. Yep. I will cast the Opposition Agent here. It allows me to attack. Yep. Take their time. Okay. Geez, I feel good about that. Can't currently get in. This is very awkward considering we milled our like low prevalence to mill that, but we did. A little bit unfortunate. Okay. Can't crack through here. Leovold is king. But I will eventually flip my Outlander here. Like I will do it next turn. Depending on what I draw, of course. If there's something that outweighs that, then I will cast it. But something like an Endurance or an Op Agent would be optimal. Demonic Tutor. Okay. That probably bodes poorly for me. Just an Ancestral, I guess, which is likely to put them ahead. Yeah, we could be in some trouble here, guys. Demonic Tutor was big there. Funny enough, they tapped their mana in an interesting way. Had they left a blue open, well, we're going to need some help here. Okay, that was definitely one of the better plays. I am going to cast it. My opponent can Ancestral. Just Ancestraling my turn. That'd be nice if they flipped my Outlander. That would be very peculiar. Okay, so they went and they... Oh boy. So this is an Endurance is what they have, in my opinion. Or removal. I'm going to lead with this. This is going to flip my Frenzied Trapbreaker back, but I think it's okay. I guess the Ancestral, okay. So what I can do now is I'm feeling a little more secure with the attack because that's what they went and got versus an Endurance. They can't cast Endurance now. So I will attack with my Trapbreaker. As a matter of fact, I probably could attack with everything. Feeling far more confident now. Why are... Oh boy. I'm confused as to why they're doing this now. Are they looking for a Force of Will? I think I will attack with everything here. I don't see a reason not to. Yep. We're just trying to get them in death right territory here. Let's see if Grist resolves. Nope. Force of Will. Okay. Well, now. Oh! I forgot I had a time walk turn there. I don't think it's worth hitting them here. The only issue with me doing what I did there is leaving them the Ancestral. It's pretty brutal. In case they snap it. But, I mean, the reality is that we need to just keep chipping away here. Yep. That's great for me. Don't think they want to attack with their Leovold. They do. Yep. I can't resist that. Hit their blue source here. Interesting, they'd float green. What does that mean? Well, this lets me get their Ancestral, and that's pretty big. And let's get a good top deck here. That was amazing. Literal best draw on my deck. They have 3 mana. What do I care about here? I think I mostly care about getting their Fatal Push, so I think I'm going to do that right now. Let's just be proactive. They cannot Sanctuary. It's pretty good, isn't it? It's going to open up their Jet, but I don't really care. Pernicious Deed. I'm going to get them, though. With Xaxes. How sweet is that, guys? There you have it. What a great win for us. All right, there you have it, guys. That was a really grindy match. I like my opponent's deck. It's got some cool tools in it that you don't typically see out of Bug. That said, I hope you enjoyed the video. Please hit the like and subscribe button. Feel free to leave any comments, and we're going to see you guys for round 2.